You probably don't realize it yet, but every moment you spend in comfort is costing you something. Not just time, but your future, your growth, your potential, even your identity. The comfort zone. It sounds peaceful, safe, familiar, but it's a velvet prison, a beautiful trap that tightens the longer you stay in it. Think about it. When was the last time you did something that truly scared you? Not something reckless, but something that forced you to grow, to become more than who you were yesterday. For most people, that moment is long gone. We're taught to chase comfort, to find a stable job, to stay in relationships that feel good enough, to avoid risk, avoid embarrassment, avoid pain. We're told that happiness lies in routine, in security, in ease. But what if that was a lie? What if the very thing you've been chasing is the thing that's been killing your spirit all along? You see, the comfort zone is not just a state of mind. It's a slow death. It's the slow erosion of your ambition, of your courage, of your soul. It's why people wake up at 40 and realize they've never really lived. It's why 20-year-olds scroll endlessly through their phones instead of building something meaningful. It's why you tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow, and years go by without anything changing. The comfort zone whispers to you, don't try too hard. Stay where it's safe. Better not risk it. And the more you listen, the weaker your inner voice becomes. You stop questioning. You stop pushing. You stop dreaming. And the tragedy is, you won't even notice until it's too late, because comfort feels good. It feels like rest, like peace. But it's not peace, it's sedation. It's a spiritual anesthesia that numbs the pain of stagnation. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. No one became extraordinary by doing what felt safe. No one found their purpose sitting on the couch. Every story worth telling, every legacy ever built, was born from discomfort. Think about the people you admire most, the ones who inspire you, who made something of themselves. They all walked through fire. They all stepped into fear. They all faced rejection, failure, doubt, but they chose growth over comfort. So the question is, what are you choosing right now, every day? What are your habits saying about you? What are you sacrificing to stay comfortable? Are you avoiding hard conversations because they might lead to pain? Are you staying in a job you hate because the unknown terrifies you? Are you clinging to a version of yourself that no longer fits who you want to become? Be honest, comfort is killing something in you, and you know it. Every time you procrastinate, every time you scroll for hours, every time you say someday instead of today, you're feeding the comfort zone and starving your future. You can't build a new life with old habits. You can't reach your next level if you refuse to leave this one, and you can't find your purpose inside a place built to keep you. Small pain is a part of growth. Discomfort is the price of progress. There is no breakthrough without breaking something, usually your limits. But there's a deeper reason you stay in comfort. It's not just laziness or fear, it's identity. You've built an image of who you are, and stepping out of the comfort zone threatens that image. You say, I'm not a risk taker, I'm not creative, I'm not disciplined. But those are just labels you've worn for so long. They feel like skin, even if they're cages. The truth is, you can become anyone, but not while clinging to who you were yesterday. You have to let go of comfort, of excuses, of stories that no longer serve you. Your comfort zone may feel like home, but it's also the graveyard of your potential. Every day you spend in it, you bury a little more of who you could have been. And here's the part no one tells you. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. Not because the challenge grows, but because you shrink. Your self-belief, your discipline, your courage, they all atrophy when not used. Discomfort trains you. Comfort drains you. When you avoid discomfort, you avoid becoming powerful. And that's exactly what the comfort zone wants. It wants you weak, distracted, passive. It wants you to numb the ache with food, with entertainment, with lies you tell yourself like, I still have time. But time doesn't wait, and neither should you. Every moment in comfort is a trade-off. You're buying temporary ease at the cost of long-term fulfillment. So what do? You start small. You pick one thing that scares you, and you do it anyway. You speak the truth you've been avoiding. You apply for that thing you think you're not qualified for. You wake up earlier. You put the phone down. You write the first sentence. Record the first video. Say no when you mean it. Say yes when it matters. Each act of discomfort reclaims a piece of your power. Each time you step outside the comfort zone, you're reminding your nervous system, I am not here to play safe, I am here to grow. The comfort zone is seductive, but it's also a liar. It tells you that staying the same is safety. But the world is moving, everything is changing, and if you're not growing, you're falling behind. There is no true safety in stagnation, only the illusion of it. So what will you choose? The illusion, or the risk that leads to meaning? This is the call. To rise, to become uncomfortable, to do the things that scare you, because on the other side of fear is freedom. You've been told to follow the path. But what if the path you're following isn't even yours? That's the hidden danger of comfort. It convinces you that alignment doesn't matter, that close enough is good enough, that a life without purpose is still a life worth settling for. But deep down, that's not true. You feel the hollowness, the ache, the subtle voice inside that says, this isn't it. Comfort kills your clarity, it fogs your vision, it silences your intuition. Until one day, you forget what you even wanted in the first place. You were born with fire, with potential, with wild dreams, but now you live like a ghost, drifting through routines, pretending you don't care. But the truth is, you do. You just got tired of the pain, tired of trying, tired of failing. So you crawled back into comfort and built a home in your cage. But you were never meant for stillness. You were built for motion, for growth, for resistance. That's why discomfort feels so meaningful, because it reminds you you're alive. Every time you face fear, every time you stretch, you reclaim a part of your humanity, the part that refuses to be tamed. And this is where most people get it wrong. They think discomfort is the enemy, that it's a sign something's wrong. But discomfort is often a signal that you're on the right track, because nothing great comes without tension, without challenge, without resistance. A life without discomfort is a life without change, without expansion, without evolution. But here's the key. You have to choose your discomfort wisely. There's productive discomfort and destructive discomfort. Scrolling all day, letting your health deteriorate, wasting your nights, that's destructive discomfort. It still hurts, but it leads nowhere. Productive discomfort, that's the pain of progress, the burn in your muscles, the silence when you face yourself, the awkwardness of trying something new, the sting of rejection, the fear before you leap. That's the discomfort worth chasing, because it's not just pain, it's transformation. So ask yourself, what discomfort are you choosing? And is it building you or breaking you? The comfort zone isn't just a place you live in, it's a place you defend. You build walls around it, you make excuses. You surround yourself with people who never challenge you, because challenge feels like threat. And threat reminds you of the life you're not living. But real growth is always inconvenient, always messy, always uncertain. You don't get to evolve without disruption, without shaking the foundation, without letting go of the old version of you. And that's the hardest part, letting go. Because even if you hate the comfort zone, it still feels familiar. And the human brain loves familiarity more than freedom. It's safer to repeat a miserable pattern than to step into the unknown. It's easier to settle for less than to risk losing everything. But that's not living, that's surviving. And you weren't born to survive, you were born to create, to build, to impact, to experience yourself at full capacity. But none of that happens until you step beyond the line. There's a line between who you are and who you could become. That line is fear, and your life will be defined by how often you cross it. You don't have to leap every time, but you do have to move. You have to keep walking, keep stepping into the discomfort, because each time you do, the line moves, and suddenly, what once terrified you becomes your new normal. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the refusal to be ruled by it. And comfort is fear's best friend. It keeps you from testing your limits. It shields you from growth. It flatters you with lies. It tells you you're fine, when deep down you're unfulfilled, unchallenged, unchanged. So how do you escape it? You start by breaking the cycle, interrupting the automatic, disrupting the comfortable. Wake up earlier than usual. Say yes to something you usually avoid. Say no to something that drains. You turn off your phone. Sit in silence. Write that uncomfortable message. Have that overdue conversation. Start small, but start deliberately. Every action you take is either reinforcing the comfort zone or erasing it. And don't expect it to feel good at first. It won't. Your body will resist. Your mind will panic. You'll look for reasons to quit, but keep going, because growth is a muscle and discomfort is the gym. Your confidence doesn't come from success. It comes from struggle, from effort, from staying in the discomfort long enough to prove to yourself, I can handle this. And one day you'll look back and realize the thing you once feared became the thing that freed you. Because freedom isn't comfort, it's choice. And comfort takes that away. It makes your world smaller, your habits predictable, your thoughts repetitive. But discomfort expands your world, stretches your imagination, strengthens your will. And that's the life worth living. A life where you are alive, awake, engaged, growing, contributing. Not one where you merely exist, repeat, numb, fade. So let this be your reminder. Comfort is a liar, discomfort is a guide, and your future is waiting just beyond the resistance. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to be willing. Willing to try, willing to fail, willing to stretch, willing to lose something, to gain everything. Your comfort zone is not your friend. It is your test. And every day, you choose whether to pass or to press snooze. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not next year. Now what will you do with it?